everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into crypto scams.
Ooh, this should be good.
You're probably here because you're, interested in crypto, but also want to know how to avoid getting scammed, right?
Yeah, it's a jungle out there.
Exactly. So we're going to be looking at 3 of the biggest scams: phishing, pump and dumps, and airdrop fraud.
If you're new to crypto, you're in the right place.
By the time we're done with this deep dive, you'll be able to spot these scams from a mile away.
Knowing how these scams work is like half the battle.
For sure. So let's kick things off with phishing.
Uh-oh, sounds fishy.
Yeah, well, it kind of is. Think of it like a fisherman, using bait to catch a fish.
Okay, I'm following.
In the crypto world, that bait could be a fake website or email that looks exactly like, say, Binance or Coinbase.
Right, you think you're on the real site, but you're actually on a scammer's site.
And before you know it, you've handed over your login details, or even worse, your private keys.
It happens all the time. People lose their entire life savings because they clicked on a bad link.
It's scary how convincing these scams can be. So what are some things people can do to protect themselves?
The number one thing is to double-check that website URL. Seriously, every single time.
Make sure it's the real deal.
Right.
So
Don't just click on links in emails or, random messages.
So always go directly to the official site.
And bookmark it. That way you always have the real link handy.
Good tip. And I guess hover over the link before clicking to see where it really goes.
Oh, and another important thing. Legitimate crypto platforms will never ask for your private keys. Ever.
So if someone's asking for those, red flag, right?
Major red flag. Run the other way.
Got it. So double check URLs, be careful about links, and never give out your private keys.
You got it. And one more thing.
Okay, what's that?
Two-factor authentication. 2FA. Set that up on every crypto account you have.
Okay, 2FA. That adds an extra layer of security, right?
Exactly. So even if someone gets your password, they still can't get into your account.
And there are different types of 2FA, right?
Yeah, like the one where you get a text message with a code.
Oh, right. The SMS one. That's what I use for most things.
That's good, but there's also app-based 2FA, which is considered more secure.
Oh. How does that one work?
So you use an app on your phone, like Google Authenticator, and it generates a code, but it changes every minute or so.
Interesting. So it's harder for hackers to, intercept those codes?
Exactly. And then there are hardware keys. Those are like the Fort Knox of 2FA.
Hardware keys. Tell me more about those.
They're little devices you plug into your computer. You need that physical key to log in.
So even if the hacker has your password, they still can't get in without that key.
Exactly. It's like a real key for a real lock, but for your online accounts.
That sounds pretty foolproof.
It's as close as you can get, but it's a bit less convenient than the other methods. You got to carry that key around.
Right. And what if you lose it?
Well, you're kind of out of luck. You need to have a backup plan in case that happens.
Okay, so 2FA is definitely important. There are different types, each with its own pros and cons.
The key is to pick one and use it.
Yeah.
Any 2FA is better than none.
All right. Good to know. Now let's move on to our next scam. Pump and dumps. Those sound kind of scary.
They can be, especially if you're not careful.
So what exactly are pump and dumps?
Well, imagine a balloon. You blow it up, make it look all big and impressive. Then you let go, and it deflates instantly.
That's kind of mean.
That's exactly what happens in a pump and dump scheme.
Okay, so in the crypto world, how do these scams work?
Scammers target smaller cryptocurrencies, altcoins, the ones with lower value.
Right, the ones that are easier to manipulate.
Yeah. They spread hype about the coin on social media and forums, even pay influencers to promote it.
It all sounds so believable.
They create this frenzy, get everyone excited about how this coin is going to make them rich quick.
And then they pull the rug out from under everyone.
Precisely. They dump their own holdings, the price crashes, and everyone else is left holding worthless coins.
That's brutal. So how can we avoid falling for these pump and dumps?
Well, first of all, don't fall for hype. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Right. That's good advice in general.
And do your research.
Yeah.
Don't just buy into something because everyone else is.
Okay, but do your research can be kind of vague advice.
True, but start with the project's white paper. That should tell you what the project is all about.
Like their goals, their technology, who's behind it.
Exactly. And look at the team. Are they legit? Do they have experience? Are their identities known?
So avoid projects run by anonymous developers.
Yeah, that's generally a good rule of thumb.
Okay, so white paper, check. Team, check. Anything else?
Real-world use cases.
Yes.
Does this project have any Are they building something useful?
So it's not just about the technology, it's about how it's actually being used.
Right. If a project has real-world applications, that's a good sign.
That makes a lot of sense. So folks, when you're looking at a crypto project, don't just chase the hype.
Exactly. Look for legitimacy, real value, and a solid team behind the project.
Great advice. Okay, we've covered phishing and pump and dumps. Let's move on to our final scam for today's deep dive.
And that would be,
Airdrop fraud. Everyone loves free stuff, right?
oh yeah, especially in the crypto world.
But scammers use that to their advantage with fake airdrops.
Right, they promise you free tokens, but it's all a trip to steal your information.
So how do these fake airdrops actually work?
They'll send you a message, or you'll see an ad offering free tokens if you provide your wallet address.
Oh, okay, that seems harmless enough, right?
Well, here's the catch. While some legitimate airdrops might ask for your wallet address, they will never, ever ask for your private keys.
Right, that's like giving them the keys to your entire crypto fortune.
Exactly. If you see an airdrop offer asking for your private keys, it's a scam.
So how can we be sure that an airdrop is legitimate?
Check the project's official channels, like their website and social media.
So if you see an airdrop being advertised in some random Telegram group, be suspicious.
Very suspicious, and always double-check the source.
Trust but verify, as they say.
Exactly. And be wary of unsolicited offers.
Yeah.
If you didn't sign up for it, it's probably not real.
Okay, so basically, be proactive, do your research, and don't believe everything you see online.
That's the key to staying safe in the crypto world.
So there you have it. We've covered 3 major crypto scams: phishing, pump and dumps, and airdrop fraud.
Hopefully this gives you a better understanding of what to watch out for.
And before we wrap up this part of the deep dive, I'd like to ask our listeners, what are some other red flags you've encountered?
Let's keep the conversation going.
Share your experiences and help each other stay safe in the wild world of crypto.
Yeah, it's great to hear that you're feeling more confident. Hopefully that means we're doing something right here.
You know what they say?
Yeah,
It takes a village.
that's right. We all need to look out for each other, especially in a space like crypto where things can change so quickly.
Yeah, for sure. So much information out there. How do you even know what to trust?
That's a great question. It's definitely overwhelming. And that's why it's important to diversify your sources of information.
Don't just rely on one person or one website.
Exactly. Cast a wider net. Look at reputable news sites, educational platforms, communities that are known for their balanced approach.
Like getting a second opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You wouldn't just go to one doctor, would you?
makes sense.
Yeah.
So diversify your sources. And I guess also be skeptical of anything that sounds too good to be true.
Absolutely. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Don't let the FOMO get the best of you.
Right. FOMO. Fear of missing out. That's a powerful emotion.
Especially in crypto where everyone's talking about the next big thing.
It's easy to get swept up in the hype. But remember, take a step back. Do your research.
Don't be afraid to ask those tough questions.
Exactly. Like, who's behind this project? What are their credentials? What problem are they solving?
Where's the proof?
Right. And it's okay to say, no, I need more information.
Don't feel pressured to jump into anything.
Better to miss out on a potential opportunity than to fall for a scam.
Okay, so diversify your sources. Be skeptical. Don't be afraid to say no. What other tips do you have for staying safe in the crypto world?
Let's talk about securing your crypto assets. Choosing the right wallet is crucial.
Ah, wallets. The gateway to your crypto riches.
Exactly. And there are different types.
Ah.
Online wallets, software wallets, hardware wallets.
Whoa, hold on a minute. That's a lot of wallets to choose from.
It can be a bit confusing, but let's break it down. Online wallets are convenient for quick transactions.
They're easy to access, right?
Yeah, but they're also the most vulnerable to hacking. Your private keys are stored on a third-party server.
So it's not as secure as keeping your crypto on your own device.
Right. Then you have software wallets, which you download and install on your computer or smartphone.
So that's like having your own personal crypto vault?
Kind of. Your private keys are stored locally on your device, so it's more secure than an online wallet.
Okay, that makes sense. And then there's the hardware wallets.
Yes, hardware wallets are considered the most secure option.
Because they're not connected to the internet all the time, right?
Exactly. They're physical devices that store your private keys offline.
So it's like having your crypto in a safe deposit box.
You got it. Even if your computer gets hacked, your crypto is safe because the private keys never leave the hardware wallet.
That's pretty impressive. But I bet those hardware wallets are expensive.
They can be, but think of it as an investment in the security of your crypto.
Okay, so we've got online wallets, software wallets, hardware wallets. Which one should people choose?
It really depends on your individual needs and risk tolerance. If you're just starting out and only holding a small amount of crypto, a software wallet might be sufficient.
But if you're a serious crypto hodler,
Then a hardware wallet is definitely the way to go.
got it. So no matter which wallet you choose, it's important to keep it secure.
Absolutely. Use strong, unique passwords for each of your crypto accounts.
Right. Don't use the same password for everything.
And enable two-factor authentication on all your accounts. That adds an extra layer of security.
You talked about that earlier. Any form of 2FA is better than none.
Exactly. Don't forget to back up your wallet.
Oh, right back up your wallet. What does that even mean?
It means creating a copy of your wallet's recovery phrase.
The recovery phrase, that's like a secret code to access your wallet.
Exactly. It's usually a series of 12 or 24 random words. Write it down on the piece of paper and store it in a safe place.
Don't store it on your computer.
No, definitely not. If your computer gets hacked, they could steal your recovery phrase and then your crypto is gone.
So keep it offline. Treat it like gold.
Exactly. And never share it with anyone.
Okay. Secure your wallets. Use strong passwords. Enable 2FA. Back up your recovery phrase. Anything else?
Be mindful of what you share online.
Right, like on social media.
Yeah, scammers often use social engineering techniques to gather information about their victims.
So like your email address, phone number, home address.
Things like that. Be careful what you post online, especially about your involvement in crypto.
Don't make yourself an easy target.
Right. And be wary of unsolicited messages or friend requests from people you don't know.
Okay, so it's all about being proactive, informed, vigilant.
Exactly. The more layers of security you have in place, the harder it is for scammers to penetrate your defenses.
So in your experience, what's the biggest mistake people make that often leads to them becoming victims of scams?
You know, it's letting emotions cloud their judgment.
Getting caught up in the hype.
Exactly. Scammers are masters at exploiting our emotions. They prey on our greed, our fear, our desire for easy money.
So it's important to take a deep breath and think rationally.
Precisely. If you're feeling pressured, rushed, or overly excited about a crypto opportunity, that's a red flag.
Step back. Do your research.
And seek advice from trusted sources before making any decisions.
Don't let your emotions hijack your logic.
Right. You want to make informed decisions, not emotional ones.
So before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, what's one piece of advice you'd give to anyone just starting out in the crypto world?
Educate yourself. Knowledge is your best defense against scams.
Educate yourself, huh? That's good advice. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in the hype. You see all these headlines about people making millions.
Yeah, but it's important to remember that there's a lot more to crypto than just, making a quick buck.
Right, right. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious, what's one thing you wish more people understood about crypto?
That's a tough one. I think a lot of people focus on the scams and the volatility, which, are definitely important, but they miss the bigger picture.
What do you mean?
Blockchain technology. That's the real revolution here. It's not just about money. It's about creating a more transparent, secure financial system.
You're right. We don't talk about that enough. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day price swings, but the technology itself is incredible.
It has the potential to change the world. And that's what I find so exciting about this space.
So it's not just about avoiding scams, it's about understanding the true potential of crypto.
Absolutely. It's about seeing the bigger picture, the long-term vision.
So to our listeners out there, don't be afraid to dive into the world of crypto.
Just be sure to do your research, be aware of the risks, and don't let the fear of scams hold you back.
Arm yourself with knowledge, be discerning, and remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right. The future of finance is being built right now, and it's exciting to be a part of it.
Well said. This has been an incredible deep dive into crypto scams. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise.
My pleasure. I always enjoy talking about this stuff.
And to our listeners, thanks for joining us. We hope you learned a thing or two about staying safe in the crypto world. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and keep on diving deep.